Hello, Happy New Year! It is the first week of January here, and it's Friday night, so it's cocktails and cards, and I'm drinking from my, oh, you can't hardly see it. Anyways, fun little glass that Stampin' Up! Sent their leaders a couple, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago now. We all got blue Tiffany boxes, and they had a couple of the beautiful stemware in it, and so I'm having a little Prosecco and a tart cherry. So I'm going to call it a midnight tart cherry spritz. Yeah, something like that. Anyways, welcome, hello, and thank you for joining me. I'm Lori LaRose. I've Active Stamping here and across different platforms, right? So Facebook and these ones go to YouTube. And I kind of been putting some of the stuff onto my blog and then Instagram and here on Facebook. So there it is. I'm going to work with, so we've got a brand new catalog. We've got brand new coupons. This year, first time, 23 years I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I remember the first year, I started in October, and October, November, December, right? And had 2 ink pads when I started. I started showing stuff with 2 ink pads. You don't need it all to get going with this business, but it was fun, crazy fun. Come January, I was doing some classes, and people were earning these celebration things, and nobody knew what it was, S-A-L-E. Well, after 23 years, this is the first year ever. We've had 2 celebrations a year sometimes. Now this year we don't have any. But we have 2 other exciting things going on instead. So they started a product of the month idea. And honestly, I'm super excited about it because truly, I feel like they were kind of going downhill. They weren't exclusive anymore so much. And anyways, the bottom line was celebration is a past thing, and it had its time. Yay, loved it so much. But now we have product of the month. We had some really pretty blue paper. Do I have it right handy here? Last month, and some of us just with shipments and Christmas and stuff. Really pretty paper, and all sorts of paper. So you'll see ideas with that coming out still because people are still it's just arriving. If you need some ideas, let me know and I can help you with that if you made orders last month with me. And then this month is a really, really neat basic stamp set with really basic expressions, and that's really, really a must-have. So when you place $100, I'm from Canada, so when you place $100, you can add this to your cart for $5. It'll prompt you and say, hey, I think there's a banner across, at least on mine, there's a banner across the top saying, you qualify, did you want it? And of course you do, yes, for $5. So grab it. And then this month, if you purchase for each $60, so I would kind of pop it up to the $120, for each $60, you'll get $6 coupons to use next month and stuff. And then on top of everything right now, more recently than not, you also as a customer are earning your own rewards currently. So you'll get from the product, whatnot. In Canada, shipping is the best. Honestly, I say anywhere, if you're buying a bundle or whatever, go for it too. Like it's that $75 to $100, you're doing pretty good. But honestly, that $100 mark in Canada is pretty nice because we have a $10.95 shipping, right? So then I would always pump it up. So I go to about 100, and right now with the $6 coupon dealio at the 120, I would do that. So there you go. And once you add the $5 in, I think that would be included. You know, I never thought about that. I don't know. I'll have to take a peek. I'll keep you posted. Anyways, hi Sharon, how you doing, hon? Happy New Year! So, new ribbon, we got new stuff. I have to say I was taking a peek on Pinterest to find out what other people were doing lately with their Greenery lane, and I may have gotten the wrong thing. I'm going to try to convince you that you need this one as well. I actually think that's going to be super fun. I am kind of a Greenery gal. Years ago we had something called Forever Fern, and I would recommend probably pulling that back out possibly to work with this. I will in future ones work with it as well. In this one right now, I do love the words. So I'm going to pop you down because that's enough of my face. I'll say chin chin, go grab yourself a drink. I'm just going to be crafting. Yeah, I'm crafting with not a big plan in mind. So here we go. That is really yummy though, so I did have to have another drink before I put it down. Okay, put you down. Hi Monica, how are you? Okay, I have been playing like crazy. The set that I did get is this guy. It's called Boardwalk Fun, kind of a funny name. I guess because of like the Santa Monica Boulevard. That's not Boardwalk though, is it? Santa Monica Pier, Coney Island, and all that kind of good stuff. Again, not being an American, not really positive about all of that. But this one actually reminds me, I will say, Knott's Berry Farm. Their old wooden roller coaster is super, super fun. So I will show you a sneak peek. The color of the month, we have a group through the Act of Stamping, which is me, called Creativity for Everyone. And I encourage you this year to make a little resolution to make some cards, and if you're making them, to post it there, because the community is actually quite fun. You'll get lots of feedback and positive encouragement. That's what I'm trying to say. So the colors this month, because we do a color of the month and colors of the week, and it's espresso and crumb cake and Cajun. I added a pop of the lemon lolly in this case, and then there's a little tease here because the colors, when it posted, it's on the Cajun color, but it's called Fresh Freesia. So I was like, oh, I'm going to stick some little tickets in her. This little bear is new. He is part of Valentine Kisses, and he's very sweet. He has a little kissing booth as well, and it's quite cute. Anyway, so you'll see me working with that down the road, but he is holding a bunch of tickets for the Ferris wheel, which is not a stamp, but a die. And I have used the die a few different ways. Kind of fun. Yeah. So I have been playing with that because tomorrow I am part of a crew. I'm going to start stamping as I'm talking here. I'm part of a crew that is a bunch of demonstrators here in Canada pull together to create an experience for our teams. And tomorrow is our Super Saturday. And I am doing a presentation with this set, and I'm making a fun card. I will sneak peek it for you. And so I will break it down and show you how I made that card. And there's some more than 10 more ideas to use. So if you're ever thinking of getting started, you might want to think about joining me just for that, because it's quite fun. And when you join the class, you become part of that Facebook group, which has years of, what's that called? We went back through, of course, yes, the Facebook Lives would be gone, except we went back through and we had them all on YouTube. So all the YouTube links are still there. What I was just looking for is, when we're working with photopolymer stamps, which is going to be all we're going to have coming up now. So I will not say this constantly, or not as much, but photopolymer has no little foam as the old red rubber from 23 years ago did. Do I have any red rubber handy here? Is this red rubber? No, I am going to work with this, I think, today. Because, like I said, I'm thinking, this is a catalog set. There is a new catalog as well, ladies, gentlemen, people, folks, friends of mine. I don't have it right here, though. Here's a piece of foam anyways. Red rubber, piece of foam, and that gives a little cushion. So instead, you should be stamping on a little something, something, just FYI, okay? If you're wondering, I don't get as good images as you. That would be why. So I'm going to try a little something, something here. I still have my colors from the, so again, challenge for you if you're keen on it. It's a nice cozy picture of a cup, early espresso, crumb cake, and Cajun, and white. And I don't know if you noticed, when I did this one, did you see, this is my challenge to you, pull out some vanilla. We haven't used the very vanilla for a long time, but that's what I based behind my bubble bath today, or on this card. And I'm going to use bubble bath again today with this Greenery. I know it says Greenery Lane, but that's a little bit too obvious. So I'm going to try and do it in some new colors. Yeah, I was sort of surprised. There's not as many ideas out there as I would have liked, let alone thought. Okay, so Petunia Pop. Now, where? Probably on the floor. It is on the floor. How many of you stamp like me and half of your things are on the floor because that's the only space you have left. Hi Sheila, how are you, hon? Happy New Year. I know that sounds really odd, but sometimes my desk, as you might be able to tell from the surrounding edges, is a little busy. And so right at this very point, it might even happen that I need to go stamp a little something, something on the floor. There's another one of the bears. Oh, there's so many sneaky things showing here. There is lots of fun stuff. And I have to say that I was a little late in December ordering my stuff. So for me, it's all brand new and just in time for you to order right now too, if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and weren't able to get some stuff ahead of time. I will say, if you are a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you're welcome to hang out with us as well. And we use a lot. We are going to try and mix and match our old stuff and our new stuff, which is why I say with this one, the Forever Fern. So this is a 2-step, and I'm kind of surprised. I guess maybe in the catalog or on the thing, it doesn't say anywhere on here. It used to say a little 2-step, but definitely, maybe it's not obvious. I don't mean to make anybody feel bad, but this is, you are going to be able to fill in, so you don't always have to color. So I could use my blends for this, but I also have an automatic. And often when you have that, different people have different ideas. Should you stamp the inside first or the outside? You can use 2 different colors for sure. I often stamp off, as I say, so to have a spare piece of paper, which, what's this paper? I do have some scrap here. So it's nice to have a piece. It's always good to have a little piece of paper. I'm going to just put this. This green looks really glaring, so I'll do that anyways. And you'll see how I stamp off and stamp on. It's like clap on, clap off. Who's old enough to know that? Okay, so stamping off once and then filling in. And often, these are my very first time I'm using the set. Sometimes it fits perfectly and you should be a little bit more accurate. And sometimes, oh, in this case, it's very purposely making it nice for you. There's true gaps, artistic gaps. And so that just makes it a little bit easier that if you don't line it up perfectly, really there's no such thing as perfect. Now, if I did this 3 more times, which I'm going to do it a couple more times, and I'm going to show you one time doing it the other way kind of thing, you would find out that you might find in one of the times I just nail it and you're like, that's perfect though. And I'll be like, yeah, that's perfect. That's 23 years of stamping. But basically, I don't get too hepped up about it because I don't feel any of the 2 steps are meant to be exactly. Okay, so now this one I definitely went lower. I think I prefer to stamp, let's see if I get 2 out of 3 on the other kind. I believe I prefer to stamp the solid first and then do the inside. Because I feel I'm better able to line it up. Does that make sense? Look at that. Okay, so now this is interesting because I think I got it perfect. And look, that's very, how? There's no way I cannot get that in there because I can't imagine. So my challenge to you, if you have this set too, stamp it a few times. If you get all the leaves in perfectly, post it so that we can all see it and ooh and ah for you. Anyways, okay, I'm going to leave it. I'll cut out 3 of those guys. And then I really wish I was organized and had like a cleaning rag as I put these away. But that's a little wishful thinking on my part, isn't it? So if you are just tuning in and you're kind of like, who are you? I'm, again, Lori LaRose, and I have Active Stamping here. That's where you've come across. And I have no plan. I create on the go. Basically, I feel like it's just as fun just to create live time and go from there. Okay, so now we're working with Greenery Lane, and because of the name, I feel like that's a little bit too obvious. Hi, Janet. And so I'm working with different colors with this Greenery Lane. And what I was going to show as well earlier is loving the words for here. So I have to say, there was Nature's Walk and Greenery Lane sort of to choose from. And I went with this one, and I feel like most people went with the other. I'm not sad about that, but I'm intrigued. Let's go with that. Okay, so this one's going to be very, I'm glad I'm doing a small one of this because it's very soft. So I'm going to stamp out just a couple of those guys to be able to add on to here. Now, if you watch quite a few different people, you'll have seen a few different people saying, we don't have a liner upper anymore. This doesn't match up to anything on here. And in fact, in this case, they don't say the sizes anymore either, that this is like 80%. So when you're looking at these, they are larger than, there's your wishing you well. They are much larger in this case. They're not always, sometimes they're exactly the same. Another set you should absolutely get. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about it. And I have already worked with it a couple times. This set actually is 100% the same size. I will double check as I say that. But it is what you see is what you get. Since you're ordering online nowadays, you don't actually get same quite, so it's exactly the same size, right? Do you see that? But I already used Best Day Ever. Okay. Oh, on this one that I already showed you guys. Did you notice that? And you're like, hey, where did she get that? I love those. I love it too. And so Best Day Ever is just down here. So it's little. Best Day Ever. Nature is my happy place, so I could definitely use this. Ooh, I could use that in here. Anyway, so I'm excited that the words, these words are bigger. Love and hugs, look how nice and big that is. So to show you, you definitely are having to use, hold on, I don't want that to get lost. 1 second. So I am just brand new to all of these cases as well. Are you so pro, or are you having to find that you have to be adaptable? I'm having to be adaptable to these. I do like to be able to know, oh, where should I put this back? And I'm not positive. I also am going to have to be busy counting constantly because I really, really loved that when you had these guys, you could go like this and be like, oh my gosh, where's my adventure? Ah! And now we won't know that. I'll have to be like counting constantly. I'm lazy. That's all I'm saying on that. It's not good or bad. I'm just lazy. Don't ask me what I have that in there for. I put these flowers in the mug and I really liked it. And then I never made a card out of it. I didn't know what to do with it. So I put it in there. Ay, sometimes. Okay. So now I was needing the inside of this one. And so I feel like that's this little guy. Yes. So yeah, 2-step stamping. This one is a solid one, so there's no 2-step on it. And it's also very large. Look how big it is. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that's going to be nice. That is going to look really nice in, oh, maybe some Berry Burst. This is, oh, Pop Petunia. Okay, so I'm going to pop this in here. And I think I'm going to go full strength. Oh, that's not right. That's that one. Hold on. Hold everything. That's incorrect. Incorrect choice. So I stamp. I'm creating in real time, and I keep you on your toes. It's even exciting for me. My favorite time of the evening is when the card really turns out, and I'm like, haha, I knew it all along. Okay, the one plus, and I'm never sure why this is, like scientifically why it happens, but with especially lighter colors, even though I'm totally tone on tone and full strength, the outline still stayed. And I think it has something to do with the outline versus the inside. And yeah, in this case, it's not, because sometimes there's like textures on the stamp. But anyways, okay. So that's that guy. And then I've got some gray here. This guy might be gray. And I've got this pretty little guy as well. So I should probably do him as well. So use this guy. Now, I will tell you that from the dies, and there is dies with this group that I just had. Yeah, here it is. And I'm really kind of, honestly, I'm a bit surprised. I'm not positive why I chose this one. I really do think it's because of the love and hugs, because I love that expression. Wishing you well. So I do actually think it was the words that turned me from the Nature Walk, because Nature's Walk's got quite a few. One of the thoughts I have personally with our die program, and we've had dies for like a decade and a half or more, is always the intricate side of things. And this one only has one. The rest are all literally to cut out the shapes, right? So I'm going to need this one for this guy. And like in this, okay, so in this case, I would like more intricate. And in this one, I'm like, hello, I would love to have a Ferris wheel to stamp. And I don't have a Ferris wheel to stamp. So anyways, I cut a couple of these guys out. Now, I cut them out, but what did I do with them? So on Friday nights, when we are drinking our nice little cocktails, if I'm losing things, some of us started playing games. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jennifer. I didn't get the washi tape yet. Oh, that's with this set. Aha. Now I'll show you why I didn't get the washi tape. I could also show you my back wall and you'd be like, Lori, that logic doesn't make any sense. But can I show you? Do I have it right here? I can show you this one thing anyways. I have so much washi tape. I won't even show you. You just can imagine. I have 3 drawers of washi tape. And my big thing for all of you guys is use it or lose it, basically. Washi tape does lose its stickiness. So I would highly recommend pulling out any that you have in your drawers. But that's right. So these pieces, that's what Jennifer's trying to cue me. She's like, I'll help you with this, Lori. The washi tape is fat now and it's on a big roll. And you roll it out, you put it onto probably white cardstock, basically. And then you can place these over top and cut them all out. And then you have these beautiful pre-colored images. And it is beautiful. And maybe I had at one point an intention to do that. I can't honestly say what my thought pattern was. I actually really think this one is beautiful. And I still do think that. It is the first time I'm working with it, but I still do think it's beautiful. But yes, I think the washi tape, you know what though? I still don't think anybody's using it online. Have you seen a bunch of examples? Okay, so I'm working with, and I find Petunia Pop. Let's see how different Petunia Pop is from Berry Burst, because it's looking really similar to me right now. Oh, it's a little bit richer. Would you say richer? Maybe so. I'm going to do 2 of those as well. I've got so many pieces here. All right. And then, okay, so when I'm drinking, oh, here they are. When I'm on Friday nights, if I lose things, you guys can have a drink. Some people started playing a game that, oh, wouldn't it be funny if every time Lori said she'd lost something? So again, working with Greenery Lane seemed a little bit too obvious to make them green. When we had Forever Fern, we had paper that everybody, it had really pretty peacock and Lost Lagoon. So I think you're going to see a lot of Lost Lagoon. Jennifer, what colors are on that washi tape? I can picture it, but I'm still kind of caught up with that other one that we had. Is this guy? Just another outline of it. That's the outside. It's going to be this guy. Okay, that was a little tiny. I should have. When you are pulling off your photopolymer, we've got great quality with Stampin' Up! For sure, but still just be a little bit gentle. Some of them are quite narrow, and you don't need to be overly rough. If you're like me, and sometimes I have blocks with stuff on them for a long time, when you go to pull them off, they are not so much easy. If one corner doesn't come off, just go to a different corner. One corner will come off nicer, and once it starts, just pull nicely, and away it comes. But just be a little kind to your product, right? We are totally, the quality, like I said, is amazing, but nonetheless. Okay, did I close this? I did. That was kind of crazy of me since I'm doing tone on tone on tone. Now I could fill this in with a different color, but I'm going to continue. This one I am going to stamp off because it's really bold. And we'll stamp it off and then fill this in. This is going to be pretty. I am watching. I lined up 2 and then I look and I think, no, that's not going to be right. Okay, in honestness, I'm going to stamp this, but it's possible. That's pretty good. I'm just going to leave it. Sometimes if you are having trouble lining up either your die or in this case this, sometimes you may have put your stamp on just slightly, stretched it as you were putting it on. And especially with this one, if you ever have that problem, if you set it down, it goes naturally and then you can pick it up, right? And then you're able to see, but I think I didn't actually stretch it, so that's good. So I cut out 2 of these already to see if maybe as I'm doing these, what would I do? And I will say I would love another lacy one. Nature's Walk and this, I think, will go really nicely together. If you have no other greenery whatsoever, then I would recommend, I should have used a bunch of blues today to go with my nails for New Year's. Then I would recommend, I can recommend getting both of them. If you already have a few different greeneries, you'll just have to take a peek and see what you think. My friend Connie, I know, got the Nature's Walk, so we could watch some of her stuff and see what she's going to. She does post stuff on Creativity for Everyone, sometimes for us, and so I would say, let's see what she puts up. Now, I am going to stamp one more thing. Oh, this pretty one. I'm going to stamp this guy in that gray, and then I'll decide, because honestly, this stamped image and that look just, they coordinate, but they look just enough apart that I might use this guy instead of that. I also might pull in some metallic. So I'm going to put that down nice and flat. And then I do need to get another block here. And if you're like me, even though you have a full range of blocks but can't find them, putting things on an angle, sometimes you get more space at the diagonal. Did you know that? All right, this is going to be a solid, this is an older stamp. So you'll feel me pushing that. If you're ever watching me and you're like, what is she doing? I barely can touch my stamp pads because they're so foam and soft and I'd be squashing right through. Yes, except if you are watching me, I have several stamp pads that are still the old felt. So they're very old. And I want this to go this way. Come over there, you. Anyways, then I get the joy of cutting these all off. So did everybody have a good Christmas? I haven't been on for 100 years, so I haven't caught up with any of you. Hello, Christine. How are you? Nice. And I do. Oh, I'm going to use some washi tape now. Jennifer was asking, and I said no, because I have rolls and rolls that I'm using as pieces of die holding tape right now. Look though, this would look so pretty with this. So there's the product from last catalog as well as this Greenery Lane has I don't know if you'd call it, what am I trying to say? It's not an embellishment per se. Oopsie. It's part of the suite though. It's washi tape. And it's really cool. I don't think I have any catalogs nearby. Oh, I have one. January. Oh, that's a year old. That won't have it. Anyways, there was one set already of washi tape that that the dies cut out the pieces of washi tape. And this one also has the same, and it's fabulous. When you see the cards, they are just fabulous, aren't they? So this is funny because I wouldn't have thought that we had, this is so old because we haven't had this kind of washi tape for eons. This I feel is so old. How old is it, Lori? It's so old. Okay, and I don't know if you know this hack. That little tiny dot right there lines up to the stem. So you want to be able to see it in there. So see how I can't see it? And then when you get over top of it, this one's hard because I'm using pink, but then you can. So then I know, okay, I've lined up that line, but I do need to line up everything else first. And I will say that all of these lines are being a little stinker. I know what I'm going to have to do here, and this will be weird. But it might be a hack. Maybe it'll be a hack for y'all. I'm going to take a little piece of pencil and color this in here because the pink I can't see. So I'll line up everything else. Then my eyeballs. Come on over here, eyeballs. Good Lord. I might give up on this guy. You're like, what are you doing, Lori? I'm trying to see. Pretty sure that I can see gray in there. Yep. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see how good we do. And then, can I do that one? Not sure if I can. Oh, that one's already done. Okay, so I'll wait and do that one. All right, I'm going to run over and run these through. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Which did you get a set? And is there a favorite one that you've been working with yet? Or have you seen a great design that you're like, can't wait for your set to come because you saw it? Hello. Oops, backwards. Well, I'll tell you, I did the pink part. Well, I'll show you in a second. Let's see about this guy. So I'm just relining these guys up again to cut out one more time. All right. The washi tape, if you notice, I keep putting it on the outside. Not sure if you guys noticed that or not, but the washi tape is supposed to peel away, but it doesn't always. So you want to put it on part of the image that you don't need, not on the image you want. You want to put it on the outside of stuff. Oy. Okay, and I need this piece over here. So I'm just over there cutting out die stuff. Oops, not that one. And I didn't see any really great ideas for these, which isn't completely true because Amy Coender, who I love, has a very pretty card, obviously. But it is just kind of greenery. So I'm trying to come up with a little something more fun than that. All right, this is going to be great. Let me get this guy out of here. Run this through. And this is how I lose my dies, just FYI. Because they will be all over here like a bunch of crazy pants. And after I'm finished here, I'll go and finish my little cocktail. And then I'll be like, Actually, in full truth, I am doing a video. I am get to be part, check it out if you know. I'm part of, Kevin Thiessen is celebrating his 30th stamp anniversary. And he made history as the first male demonstrator with Stampin' Up! Anyways, and now he's also hit the milestone of 30 years. How fabulous is that, hey? And he's invited some people to come and play with them. And so this one, I don't know what I was doing, but I just have to retrim this a bit. So these dies are fun for the washi tape. In truth, if these were critters, I would not have bought this die set because there is only one fancy die. I would hand cut them. I don't mind fussy cutting. I'm amongst the some of you that not. This one would be a little bit hard to fussy cut, but I still would do it. Well, I might not. I just would stamp it flat all the time, right? And in fact, I might think that Forever Ferns does not have, they might not have any dies. I can't remember. These little guys, they have all sorts of those to cut out. And then just a really nice plain green one too. This is my favorite. And again, much larger than what it appears, hey? Okay, so I'm going to stamp a cup. Oh, I was going to show you. So I nailed that. I kind of missed over here somehow or another. And I'm right onto the edge over here. But I did actually at least get the thing. This might be prettier in a different color, but and then what I thought I could do, because it was pencil, so I can just erase it. The other thing I'm not too concerned about is usually with greenery, they're tucked in. Now, something has to be on the top, but usually something's tucked. So I thought it would disappear. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to put that away over the side for 1 second. I'm going to stamp him. I've got an idea in my head. We'll see how it goes. And I'm not stamping him on there, Lori. Come on. Left my paper over there probably. Good thing I have some more. I'm going to stamp him in the black. Okay, full confession, full disclosure as I bring my black out. I am using a blank white pigment ink pad. It comes blank. Sorry, that's why I'm using it blank. Comes with a little jar of the white the white refill. So this is a brand new full one. So this is how it comes. And instead of putting this in, I put Memento ink in here. Now the reason I did it is because I was always getting my fingers black, but the plus of it is you don't use very much ink. The image is so lovely from this ink pad. So much better than, and I do not mind my old felt ones, but Memento ink was not our ink pads even. So I think it was a different ink pad than even ours. Felt ink pad. Anyways, the bottom line is I highly recommend it. However, if you ordered one from me in a black ink pad and I was like, okay, I'll get it for you. Can you let me know, because I got it for you and I haven't delivered it yet, because quite honestly, I don't remember who I ordered it for. And I literally ordered the black one because if you're brand new to stamping, I thought it would be confusing to try and tell you, yeah, you just have to buy all these pieces. So it's an upgrade from your black Memento ink, my ink pad. Nothing wrong with the black ink pad. It's very usable. Somebody wanted to refresh their black ink pad, and I was like, yeah, I can take care of that for you, knowing that they are not crazy avid stampers. So they probably are not watching this, but there's a slim chance that they're like, I need a little Lori fix. Is that Lori alive? Woohoo! What is she going to talk about? Hey, that's me. It has been probably, my daughter is getting older. She's well into her 20s now. She was 4. So probably 15 years since the last time I forgot who I ordered an ink pad for. Back in the day when we had chocolate chip. Somebody ordered a chocolate chip ink pad from me. I didn't know, so I put it up on the side there. And months later, somebody was like, yeah, I ordered a chocolate chip ink pad from you. Did you, like, assumed you never got, like, assumed you didn't order it kind of thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I totally have that. Let me get it for you. Okay, I'm going to go with a little bit of a theme of a berry burst here. And I'm going to pull in berry burst, these guys. Blackberry Bliss. Oh, I could bring in Blackberry Bliss. Oh, I could do one of these in Blackberry Bliss. I might spruce it up with that. Razzleberry. Come on, Blackberry Bliss. No, Burst. There's a Burst. And I think the other burst is kind of funny looking. That's Freesia. I could do it also Freesia. Island Heather. Come on. Oh, for goodness sakes. This is not. Orchid Oasis. Definitely not. Oh, this one maybe. No, that's Freesia. Oh, you guys, I don't know where my light... Oh, it's right here. Just look at that color. In amongst these things that look really pink. Sorry about that. Okay, so when I'm coloring, oh, I have to say, I don't usually cut it out first. I absolutely color it first. It's harder to color when it's cut out. Although, yes, and I cut it out. So then if you make a mistake, then you don't bother cutting it out. You just stamp again and start over. In this case, we are stuck with this one, whether we like it or not. I'm going to show you a little hack after I get this colored, though. So I'm just coloring willy-nilly, pretending like I'm an artiste. I have noticed that one of our artisan design folks teaches coloring, and he teaches sort of an idea of not going to the edge. And I feel like there was a little tiny bit of that going on with the drink. Even on there was a DSP that matched a cocktail one. What the heck was that set called? I loved it. You'll see me working with it a dozen more times for sure, because I love it. So on with me, you will see old and new being used. You're seeing new right now just because I'm excited and I'm kind of curious. I'm not completely comfortable having the white spaces, just saying, so you'll see me filling it in right now, but you'll see me having less of it sometimes. I'm going to show you what I mean by that. And I just saw Keisha Cook, that can't spell crafter. Did I put it in here? I thought I did. Oh, I did not. Where is it? Oh, rats, you guys. Could have swore I put it in there. Oh, here it is right here. She just did a bear, and I noticed that she did it too. See how, this is what I'm talking about, is right here. See how he left the white there and there? He filled that all in, but he did leave white there and here too. And that's not sloppy. That's he very purposely does that on purpose. And I think he teaches it as well, is my guess, because I just saw Keisha had something like that. Okay, my little craft hack. Although there is some white on here, if you know that you're putting this onto mostly a white piece of something, or it doesn't matter, not a big deal. But if it's important that you cut that out, I know some people stick this through and it's kind of crazy and it's kind of scary and whatnot. But if you just go ahead and cut right at the handle and just cut it, not all the way through, like not all there. And then just, sometimes this is a little cranky to come around the corner, but once you get around the corner, you can just come back down smooth and easy. And there you have your space. And when you go to put this down, you never know that was there. And people will be like, oh, how did you do that? So nice. So I'm not going to stuff this full like I did on the other one, but I am going to have, I think, it in the imagery. And I might even, I could maybe have these guys popping up like they're bubbles kind of, who knows. Anyways, okay. So this is just, let's see what we're going to do with these pieces, because I'm just wanting to make something. I won't use both of these. I probably won't use that one. Might use that guy. Might bring in Blackberry Bliss into this realm. And then these guys. So I need to have some sort of something. And this little guy. So I guess because I was going to use some double bath, which I've been working with constantly, see, because I love this place. I can bring this in just a little bit tighter. And you can see my handiwork. So I wasn't coloring. This is a two-step stamp thing with dies for each one. So it's taken me this long just to get there. I am going to bring in a piece of pink paper. So I've got a piece that's 2.5, and we'll cut it to 5.5. That. And I'll put it on a white card base just to keep things really smooth and easy. I'll be right back over there. One moment, please. Yeah, I've been working with this set with a Ferris wheel a lot. And I said the pink. Look at that cutie. Maybe I could make a whole bunch of greenery with that. I'm just teasing. Not really. Okay. So let's put a piece of a white base. So on the sisters group, as we call it, the Super Saturday group, one of the questions to warm us up this week was, do you use mostly main? What do you use as your main card bases? And I kind of thought, huh? What do you mean? Cardstock? Because sometimes we don't. Sometimes we use designer paper. The set I was talking about was this one, just FYI too, just in case you were like, you left me hanging, Lori. White or colored. Well, white is a color. No, just teasing. But I think if I flip through my card things, I don't know if you would ever see something or another. Like I literally can show you the backs of these cards that I just made. And they're everything. There's not a duplicate amongst them. I use whatever I'm supposed to use. That's what I should have wrote on there. I use what I'm supposed to use. This is from somebody. Oh, look at this pretty card that I got. This was a Christmas card. I was just thinking, there's a white one though. Isn't that pretty? That came from overseas, as you can tell from the language. Okay, so now I'm gonna do something here. Oh, and I wanted to wanted to cut that out. I am gonna go and grab that because I think we could do it in a sparkly if we were sparkly, or I think at least in Blackberry Bliss is gonna be really pretty. And I think it'll work with all of these guys. So if this turns out, I'll be just as tickled as you guys. I like that. I might even be more surprised. Some of you guys that have watched me for the last 3 years doing these on the run are like, we're never surprised when you get it, when you nail it, Lori. I know, I'm just being kind, but whatever. I'll take it. Music to my ears when it makes that hollow noise. Oh, and I get to use these pretty words. Might have been the whole reason I use this thing. Okay. You guys are always so quiet. Can I just say? I try and cue you on. If I can give you a hint. What do you use most? What do you use most? What color do you use most? Oh, now I lost those things. Okay, let's have a drink because I lost the set. Oh, well, no, no, it's right here to the left of me. Which words should I use? Here for you or love and hugs? I think with this pink, I'm going to do love and hugs. Only because here for you seems like people are going through a rough patch, maybe. Now, how big is it really? Love and hugs. Look how lovely that is. That's going to look really nice right here. Oh, you know what? I don't even need to have it up. I might. I've just had this by chance over here. I was wondering if it would work. Oh, I could put a whole bunch of weird things around this. That might be okay even on the white. And then tuck this stuff all in and around. All right, so I am going to go ahead and stamp this. And I might pull in. I do like this. Look how snazzy that is, you guys. Ooh. So Blackberry Bliss for the win. Get rid of that guy as well. I think I'll stamp this in Blackberry Bliss. And my Blackberry Bliss, odds on it being, what do you think it is? Is it a felt pad or a foam pad? It is an old pad, shape-wise, and it's out somewhere because I was using it lately. Hello. Oh, here it is. Okay. I know what it is from looking at it. So Berry Burst is also an old pad. See how it's a different pad? But Blackberry Bliss, do you think it's a foam pad or a felt? Ready? Drum roll, please. It's foam pad. I actually might have thought it was a felt personally. I would have to think when it came out. So yeah, so felt pads were changed over. Wow. I should find out actually. But felt pads were changed over at one point. And then 20 years? Might have been 20 years. No, more than 20. Maybe 15 years. I waited till October so that I could, so I'm just lining this up on the lines here to see if that will help me get this where I want it, and be straight. And then if it's not straight, then, so rule, kinda, a suggestion more than a rule. Foam pads are always nice. I am stamping with a more, like a solider image. Anytime you're really working with a solid image, it's a really great idea to use a little foam pad just for that little bit of conditioning. You can press a little bit harder. You can do lots of different stuff. What I'm doing right this very second is the foam pads do deliver a lot of ink onto not only the stamp, but then onto your project. Sometimes we stamp so fast that we don't let it have a chance to sink in at all. And so basically I just let some of the ink go into it. So it's a nice dark, crisp thing. And you don't necessarily have to push it hard at that point. I feel like it just, I don't know. I'm pretending like gravity or something. I don't even know. Just teasing. I do think that if I stamp this again right now on a piece of foam, we might see a little bit of an improvement, but we won't get too hung up about it. So I'm going to use a little bit of the bubble bath here. I'm going to use some of this pretty stuff. I'm going to surround this pretty one, hopefully not cover it up too much. And am I going to end up using this little coffee mug? Not positive. Might need to get a second one. Well, that's working out so good. Good so far. Kind of want... Oh, that'll be nice. So now I'm just moving these guys around. And if you've been hanging out with me most recently, there's been a lot of, well, just pretend it's going to look really nice. Thank you for hanging out with me. I don't mean to be being rude, but sometimes I just can't be positive how it's coming together for me. So I'm just like, you get the gist. Do it something pretty. Won't it be pretty when I get it done? Okay, that's nice. Don't want all of that gone. That's my challenge there, can I just say. I'm trying, oh, that'll be nice though. Try not to have that look like it's coming out of the cup. I don't want that. I want it to be under it, but not coming out. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be struggling with that a little tiny bit, I think. Then I can tuck that there, so that's even nicer. May not end up using all three of these, but I think I will because okay, that's looking kind of nice. This is a little naked up there. Just tuck that in there. Okay, I'm going to, can't push it up a lot. I'm going to pull it all up here a little tiny bit. Oh, there, good. Perfect. That's perfect. Yay! Look at that. So, not my, oh, it feels really dark. Why is it so dark? I'm sorry. Thanks, Anne. Oh, that's so much brighter. Sorry about that. Now, I think you'll be in shadows, though. Anyways, we'll try that. That's cute. Loving the pink. Not loving this at all. So a little bit distressed because this is the bubble bath. This is bubble bath. They don't go together. Now, how did it get dark again? I feel like my camera, that was exactly where it was before. I kind of feel like my camera is adjusting for my light. Sorry, thank you. Of course you'd think so, Vicky. Vicky is our pink girl. Anyways, I'm going to just pull this guy out because I can't get over. This looks like petal pink almost. I do love the bubble bath, but that's not working for me. So, all right, so that is working for me though, very nicely. Love and hugs, and that's perfect. So FYI, if you're like, how did you do that? Okay, 3 things I'm going to do, and I won't maybe do it right this very second, but by sticking that, getting that down around and underneath so it was coming out of the stem, you know what I'm trying to say, out of the handle works. Now I believe it'll look really nice if I put a few diamonds, some rhinestones on there. Probably there's some nice pink ones handy, but oh, you know what? I think I do have some too. And then this is brand new 1/8 inch bubble bath ribbon. So I can bring this guy in. Cut this guy. I do have, and I can put him just nicely down there or maybe up here even. One of the two. I might need to make him a little bit smaller. That might work there. Then look at these pretty things. That might work. Maybe that. So either those, probably more of those. And I just had I've been working with the rhinestones constantly, and I might just use some rhinestones in here. So, I don't know, do you think pink or rhinestones? And then, the other thing that I thought I would do, can I do this? I'll show you. Here's another piece. Hang on 1 second. This might be wider, but no less. So I cut that. It was at about 2.5, I'd say. And I cut it to 5 1/4. And I'm just over here with a brand new Stampin' and an embossing folder. That's a stamping embossing folder. I feel like it's getting late. My husband had a hockey game and he's left. So now I feel like I'm scrambling. Hang on 1 second. Let me show you what I think is going to look lovely. But I do need to get it straight because it's important. Oh, it's not straight. Do, 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 do. Okay. And gray. This is what I was thinking when I was looking at that. I'm thinking, I do love that. I'm so happy I got this set now already. So if you're ever hesitant, you're thinking, why did I buy that? Well, again, only once in the 23 years of teaching classes live. One time a girl we had the Tess. She was a little stamping girl. And I made the cutest cards in the class. And somebody ordered them at her because, like, why wouldn't they? And when she got them, like 2 weeks later, kind of, she was like, why did I order this? This just doesn't seem like me. And I really kind of didn't. But in the meantime, I was like, because we made such cute stuff. And she was like, oh, yeah, we did. Look at that cute stuff. Can you see that? Don't you think that'd be fun behind there? So let's see if I can slide it in there without wrecking everything too much. I'll just leave it there as an idea. Yeah. So pretend that that's there. Did you guys say pink or not? You didn't. I think I will use these because they're kind of nice. Not sure if these are current, but probably. 2 sizes. So let's go with oh, you know what's funny? I can put one down here. Sometimes I say to myself, why don't I put more of these guys on? Because in this case, I will totally put one probably up here, but except I want to put, don't you think that would be nice? It's not too busy, is it? I think it'd be nice. I think so. So then, of course, I can't put it on the plain one, and then I'll probably put one up here somewhere. So, okay. So those are the couple changes you'll see, and I will glue that all down. One thing that I definitely don't do, very rarely, if you're just starting out with me and you're like, she's kind of fun, but she never glues anything. You're absolutely right. I do not ever glue anything because it takes too long and you will tire of it. Oh, here's my little fellow. I was looking everywhere for him. He was in my drawer. Okay. Anyways, all right, gals. I would just pull that out of there so it just looks a little bit prettier without it. And say, Happy New Year to you. Pull out those stamps that you just got if you're just like me, because I was busy working for several days with this boardwalk fun and having lots of fun. And tonight I thought, I'm coming on, tilting a little drink at you and joining you with a cards and cocktails tonight with Greenery Lane with a not so obvious non-greenery. And then if you're wondering, this little guy, and I think the reason I thought I got this was because of this word. But anyways, the little mug came from Weekend Adventures. Okay. Have a wonderful weekend, you guys. And I will see you later, Gators. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye-bye.